Hey, Shalom Akim, coming back again to prophesy the downfall of America, to let the Negro Latinos and Native American Indians know that you are the true Hebrew Israelites of the Bible. All right, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Rakak Kwadash, Barakatham Akim. All right, as always, you know, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You know, double honor to the elders of Great Millstone, and much love and respect to you brothers after doing the work of sincerity and truth. Basically wanted to speak on, man, just how the day of the Lord is hastening greatly. You know, the day of the Lord is hastening greatly. All the signs are set up. You know, no one can deny that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is on his return, man. But the world eagerly calls God and Jesus. He's about to return, and it's going to be the third world war that we're entering in, man. The land of Jehoshaphat, which Jehoshaphat is Yahweh Shaphat, which means the Most High's judgment, which everybody knows as Armageddon or Megiddo. That's all through prophecy. That's what's gathering over there in the Euphrates River, man. Okay? So all these things that are happening, you know, deaths and riotings and uproars, the deterioration of the people, you know, the people's mind and through the physical, all that is prophesied, man. That it was going to wax worse and worse out here. But you got certain individuals, self-proclaimed Christians, that are saying that they can't wait for the Lord's return. Do you not know the Lord, when he comes back, he's going to come back with great judgment, man? All right? It's not going to be no happy thing that we're going to enter into soon, man. It's going to be horrific. All right? We're reading this one in Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 3, verse 19. For horrible is the end of the unrighteous generation. That's right. This place is unrighteous. There's no truth in this land, man. Everything out here is bugged out, is wicked as fuck. You know, everything's backwards. You know, even us as brothers, Akim, that are in this truth, we're still struggling and still fighting against demonic spirits, against the flesh. You know, we're not perfect. That's how wicked this place is, man. You know? There's two scriptures that came to my mind once I said that. Because Yahweh Shai, he knew he would rebuke the the people when he was on the earth, man. You know, he would rebuke his people, that generation, and the generation to come here in this time, man. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 4, verse 10. It says, "He pleased the Most High, and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners, he was translated." That's talking about Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because he pleased the Most High, and what he done in a short time, he fulfilled a long period. You know, he's specifically talking to the elect, because the days are shortened for the elect's sake. These men should destroy himself. So Yahweh Shai has did the work in a short period of time to take care of those that are destined to receive salvation and to be delivered from the said destruction that's coming to pass, man, the imminent destruction. All right, because Yahweh Shai knew that it was the Lord's return when he comes back was going to be a fearful thing, man. All right, it wasn't going to be you know, with happiness and joy and things of that nature, man. All right, there's going to be a mass destruction that's going to be played out here on the earth, man. Even though we're getting little bits and pieces of it, but it's going to be to where it's going to be all out, man. You know, it says, "He pleased the Most High and was beloved of him, so that living among sinners he was translated. Yea, speedily was he taken away, lest that wickedness should alter his understanding, or deceit beguile his soul. For the bewitching of naughtiness doth obscure things that are honest, and the wandering of concubines doth undermine the simple mind." You see, because he knows how wicked this place is, man. This place is defiled, man. This place is majorly polluted, exceedingly polluted out here. It's gross out here, man. It's real nasty, filthy. Okay? And Yahweh Shai, through the Spirit, we know this, man. We don't fall away from that part of the truth, man. We know that this place, America, no matter where we go on the earth, we are cursed. This land is cursed, man. It tells us that in the book of Deuteronomy 28, no matter where we go, we're going to be dealt accountable accordingly, because that's what Yahweh Shai had made it to be, man. Okay? But it said, he being made perfect in a short time fulfilled a long time, for his soul pleased the Yahweh, therefore hastened he to take him away from among the wicked. And that's what Yahweh Shai is hastening greatly to take us away from the wicked, to take us under his wing of the coming destruction, man. You know, a lot of these people out here, you don't got a covering or a hedge of the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to protect you in those times. You know, right now you got this false sense of security. You call on Jesus, you act like you're doing the righteous acts by observing these holidays, these traditions, these customs of the other heathens, which we're not ignorant of that either, man. Satan, we're not ignorant of Satan's devices. That's another thing, man, is that the elect are going to wake up to all the trash and garbage, the wickedness and filth, and come back to the truth, man. They're going to come back to the true knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. You know? We're not going to be found simple. We're not going to be found unclothed in that time, man. We're going to be, the elect are going to be well protected. Okay? It says, this the people saw and understood it not, neither laid they up this in their minds, that his grace and mercy is with his saints, and that he has respect unto his chosen. And who are his chosen, man? The elect. The true people of Israel, man. The Negro Latinos and Native American Indians that are going to receive salvation. That's who he has respect towards, man. All right? And the people understood it not. They didn't lay it to their heart, man. They didn't think upon the things that we were saying. Instead, they were looking at us outwardly. You know, why they have a camera up, why they have a garment on, why is it embroidered in blue with fringes on there? You know? Why are they wearing bandanas, or why are they speaking so loud? Why do they look unhappy? Why do they look pissed off? Or why they speak in a certain way? That's what they pay attention to instead of the message. Instead of listening to the word that we're saying, what we're talking about. They understood it not. That the Lord only has respect to his chosen. And that's who he's going to redeem out of this wicked kingdom, man. That's what he prophesied and said to them, man. You know? So what the hell are you talking about that this place is good, or you can't wait for the Lord's return while you're still living in wickedness and things of that nature, man? You know, following a different doctrine than the doctrine that Yahweh Shai has set up, which he was only going to allow certain individual men, women, and children to follow after. Thus the righteous that is dead shall condemn the ungodly which are living, and youth that is soon perfected the many years and old age of the unrighteous. For they shall see the end of the wise, and shall not understand what God is in his heart counsel has decreed of him, and to what end the Lord has set him in safety. You see? What, safety from what? Destruction, man. You know, the said perils. You know? The fire that's coming, that Third World War by ICBM missiles, man. The thermonuclear destruction that's at hand, that's coming. That's what he's going to bring us into safety, man. Y'all didn't understand the end of him. Right? For they shall see the end of the wise. And they're not going to understand why he set up part of that number, man. But the point is that they're going to be delivered from what? Destruction, man. Certain calamities, you know, things of that nature. I'm bring out that one in Job. All right, this is Job 5:19. As a matter of fact, let me start at Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty. That's right, because right now we're being chastised for the iniquities that we have committed, man, in prior life, or will we still go off in the truth? We're still being chastised and rebuked, man. We're supposed to take that cheerfully and continue to push forward, man. You know, speaking the gospel, the good news, man. You know, it says, For he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole. You see? So Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is about a balance. So if there's unrighteousness, you're going to receive a recompense for that. You're going to receive a reward for unrighteous works. If you do righteous works, you're going to receive a reward. He's about a balance. He's a balance, man. He's a just power. An unjust balance is an abomination to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. So it would be abominable for him to not judge America, to not judge you 2/3 Negro Latinos and Native Americans that reject the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. It says Job 5:19. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. That's right, in war from the power of the sword. That's the time we're coming into, man. We're coming into the Third World War, man. All right? This is Ecclesiastes 3:1. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. That's right. There's a season and a purpose under heaven, man. There's a time for everything. All right? That's a part of wisdom you have to understand. Sometimes you might have, you might not have. You know? We're not always going to have the things that we believe that we should have. Or the things that we do have, that they're going to be taken away. You have to understand that part, that things are going to be taken away, things are going to be added to you, you know, or you may not even get none of those things that you see the rest of the world getting, certain individuals getting. You have to accept and just move forward, man, and put your trust in Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. It says, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted, right? And the time to pluck up that which is planted is a miracle, man. You 2/3 Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, the root of evil has been sealed up in the sealed up in the heart of sealed up in the heart of Adam, right? Let me bring this one out. This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 4, verse 30. For the grain of evil seed that had been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness had been brought up unto this time, and how much shall it yet bring forth unto the time of threshing? Ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of evil seed had brought forth. And when the ears shall be cut down, which are without number, how great a floor shall they be? Shall they feel? That's right. So that grain of evil is to be plucked up at the heart of men. And how is it being done? Via the elect. It's through chastisement, you know, rebuke, certain corrections, certain sufferings and persecutions while being on the earth before the evil day come, which is the time of Jacob's trouble. That's what we're trying to be covered and avoid, man. Right now, we're trying to sincerely push His word unto those that we see that are desirous of it, man, to feed them and pray for them and hope for them, give confidence, build them up in their character. All right, because unlike the rest of the world is designed to bring you down, man. It's about divide and conquer. That's how the system is set up. You know, it feeds you all types of madness, man. Whether it be tangible food or just certain philosophies or doctrines, they feed you mentally, man, to break you down. All right. So it says, then I said, then at 2nd Ezra 5:33, then I answered and said, how and when shall these things come to pass? Wherefore are our years few and evil? And he said me, and he answered me, saying, do not thou hasten above the Most Highest, for thou haste in vain, and to be above him, for thou hast much exceeded. Did not the souls also of the righteous ask questions of these things in their chambers, saying, how long shall I hope on this fashion? When cometh the fruit of the floor of our reward? See, so it's okay to be asking questions, because that's how you learn. That's how you showing the Lord that you desire His return, man. But you have to know that evil has to come to its fullest. It has to reach to the tops of heaven, man. Basically to the throne, the steps to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And it already has. All right, the sins of Babylon have reached up to the heavens, man. America's sins have reached up. So that's going to be that part of that plucking out. All right, going back to Ecclesiastes 3:3, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. That's right, and that's what we're coming into, man. A time of war. It's spiritual war, and it's going to be manifest itself into a physical war. Because else, all those other nations, Iran, you know, Turkey, Russia, South Korea, they wouldn't be they're talking about war, man. The Bible talks about war. You see? So this is all going to come to pass. It's all going to be fulfilled, man. Something's going to have to be torn down to be brought back up, to be built up. Alright? And according to the Bible, it's going to be wickedness that's going to be brought down, and righteousness is going to flourish once and for all, man. Forever. Alright? A time to weep, and a time to laugh, and a time to mourn, and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace, and a time to refrain from embracing. Right? And right now, the only ones that are truly embracing themselves is the elect. The Akim, the brotherhood, that come in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. We're the only ones that are truly embracing, because everybody else is trying to backstab, if not get around you. All right, see the downfall of you. All right, don't get me wrong. You got individuals like that are set up that are claiming themselves to be brothers, that look down on another brother, that wish that are watching the day that he falls out, instead of trying to build him up, instead of urging him with urgency to stay in the faith, man. You got a lot of guys that are like that, man. They envy you. All right? So we're coming in a time of great hatred, man. All right? There's no new thing underneath the sun, man. It's always happened. Especially to our Savior, Yahweh Shai. He went through it, man. The greatest of all, man. All right? This is Hosea 9 and 7. The days of visitation are come. The days of recompense are come. Israel shall know it. That's right. You 2/3 Negro Latinos and Native American Indians, you're going to know it, man. You're going to know that the visitations, all these things, the plagues, the rumors of wars, the actual implementation of the microchip, martial law, all right, the shortage of food, famine, thirst is going to be that part of that visitation. You shall know it, man. Versus you should have been taking heed via mouth of the prophets, because that's who the Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai uses, man. That's how he sends the spirit out. It says, the prophet is a fool and the spiritual man is mad for the multitude of thy iniquity and the great hatred. You see, there's a great hatred out here, man. All right. Let's going back to let me go back to Ecclesiastes 3 and 6. A time to get and a time to lose, and a time to keep and a time to cast away. You see, so Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is getting ready to cast away this current world, man. I'm talking about the rulership, Esau, the so-called white man that governs the whole planet Earth, man. He's gonna be casted away. He's gonna be chased out of the world, man. All right. It says, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. And that's where the time we're in. It's time to prophesy, speak, because the word prophecy means to say before, man. That's what the word prophecy means. Okay? So that's what the time we're in, man. Whether you want to hear the truth or not, you're trying to set somebody up, you can still, the truth is going, it's still going to come out, man. Whether you like it or not. All right? It says, a time to rend and a time to sow, a time to keep silence and a time to speak. All right? And the prophecies are speaking. All right? You can't turn it back, because the Spirit has been sent out already via the way of the apostles, man. All right? Bring out another script. All right? A lot of these people, man, they don't know what they're desiring, man. They desire these wicked, abominable acts out here in America through their flesh, their lust of the flesh, and then at the same time, they're still asking that the Lord come back. Do you not know the Most High, who you ignorantly call God and Jesus, is against wickedness? All right, is against you hypocrites, against you you homosexuals, you bestiality. Don't you know the Most High is against all that? But you still find a way to justify yourself, man. You still say you love God, and you still love Jesus. Well, guess what? The Jesus of the Bible don't love you, man. All right? He don't love workers of iniquity, man. All right? This is Habakkuk 2 and 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. That's right. So that's the time we're in. We're in the time of speaking truth. All right? We're in the time of speaking wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, whether you want to forbear or hear. The word is still going to be spoken, man. It's still going to be brought out. The prophecy, the testimony of Yahweh Shai, it's still going to be brought forth, man. Okay? It says, though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come, it will not tarry. It's like a lot of people think the prophecies is a bunch of jokes, man. This word is for real, man. In the latter days, it said in the I think it's 2 Timothy, in the latter days, men shall wax worse and worse, being deceived and deceiving. You don't even know that you got your own self is your worst enemy, and at that you're playing yourself, man. And you got your homeboys, your homegirls, you got your wife committing adultery. You're committing adultery with your homeboy's girl. You don't even know that you're destroying yourself. Then you can't, but you at the same time calling on to the Most High. All right. So the word is speaking, man, via the mouth of the prophets, the ones that are on the highways and the byways on the great millstone, GMS. They're coming in the name of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. The truth. All right. Ecclesiastes 3 and 8. A time to love and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace. Like I said, we're in a time of war, and that's what the Most High is going to preserve the elect is from the sword, man. In the time of war. Going back to Job. Job chapter 5, verse 20. In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Because that's what a lot of people, you see it on the television, you watch your news, you see that North Korea is making threats. You got Russia making threats. Everybody's threatening each other. America's making threats. NATO, the EU. But there's gonna come a time where all that stuff, there ain't gonna be no more speaking words. It's gonna actually come to pass, man. They're gonna send those intercontinental ballistic missiles and start annihilating these states and things of that nature, man. They're gonna start laying these buildings flat out here, man. That's the time we're coming in. All right. So, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. That's right. And that's what we're trying to be preserved from, man. And safety with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai being our main tower or buckler, you know. He's the one that's gonna keep us safe, man. The angel of the Lord encampeth around those that fear him. You know, fear who? Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, the Father and the Son. But Yahweh is gonna use the Son to do that protection, protecting, man. And that's who we're gonna be calling on in the time of trouble. In the name of the Lord is our help, man. You know, in the name of the Lord is our help, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. Waharakah Kodash. That's who we put our trust in, man. That's who we look forward to protecting us and getting us out of certain situations, man. All right. So going back to Job 5 and 21. Thou shalt be hid from the scourge of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. That's right. So it's we're gonna have a certain spirit upon us to have that ability, man. To not be afraid in the time of destruction, and seeing people being destroyed. You gotta have a certain spirit on you, and the spirit is gonna be the spirit of Yahweh Shai, because He's already seen it all, He's done it all, He's been through it all. So in that short period of time, He fulfilled a long time, man. He's gonna put that great experience into us, man. For us to know and to laugh and to not take it serious in a sense. However it's going to play out, you know. So it says, Job 5 and 22, at destruction and famine thou shalt laugh. You see, that we're going to laugh, man. Why? Because we're going to be completely in tune with Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right. It tells us that in the book of Ezekiel, that He's going to put His spirit into us, man, especially to accomplish certain things that we wouldn't be able to do on a carnal low level, being in this flesh, you know, feeling guilt and things of that nature, because the scriptures say happy is the man that dashes your little ones against the stones, just like the conquistadores did to our people. They got our babies, bashed them against stones, they stomped them out in the dirt, they fed our babies to alligators, the Europeans. That's what they did to my people, man. So we're going to laugh in that time because we're going to do the same thing in return to you, man. Thus say Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. All right? It's called recompense. It's called payback. It's called justice, man. There ain't no new thing underneath the sun, man. This all happened before. This whole I love everybody. They did that at the time of Nimrod, man. All right? But the Lord was like, we wasn't having it. Okay? Let me find that one scripture in Ezekiel, Salakia. Let me find it real quick. Let's see. God. This is Ezekiel chapter 25. Verse 12. Thus saith the Lord power, behold, or Salakia. Thus saith the Lord power, Yahweh, because that Edom had dealt against the house of Judah by taking vengeance and had greatly offended and revenged herself upon them. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, I will also stretch out my hand upon Edom, and will cut off man and beast from it. And I will make it desolate from Teman, and from Dedan shall fall by the sword. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel. And they shall do in Edom according to mine anger and according to my fury. And they shall know my vengeance, said Yahweh. You see? So Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to put his spirit in us in that time to be able to laugh, to destroy, and things of that nature. Even right now, his spirit's in us to give us the ability to come out to the highways and the hedges and speak the word of the living power, man. Breaking it down properly. Not like your pork chop eating pastors, man. And checking out women in your church, committing adultery, taking y'all's money. The true men of the Lord on the highways and the byways, man. And the garments, bringing it back to your remembrance and who you are as a people. The Negro Latinos and Native American Indians are Israelites, man. Okay? So it's time to wake up from that. All this garbage that you be polluting yourself here in America is going to get you destroyed, man. It's time to wake up from all that stuff, man. All right? Come back to your true nationality, your heritage. All right? You're not no Negro. You're not no African American. You're a Hebrew Israelite, man. You come from the tribe of Judah. That means, in Hebrew, it's Yahweh, which means thank the Most High. At least you be destroyed on this side, man. A great destruction is coming to America, man. All right? It says, Job 5:23. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beast of the field shall be at peace with thee. What does it mean to be in league with the stones of the field, man? You're going to be in tune with everything. Everything's going to be working according to your advantage, man. Everything's going to fall into its proper its perspective, the way it ought to be, in harmony, man. Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to command the nature to fight with you, man, to help you. It's like the movie I love because the scriptures talk about it. It's talking about the movie Avatar, man. All right, when you got those Edomites that went in there into that land, and the avatars, and started trying to take away their natural resources like they did here in America, which represent the Native American Indians. You know, they were there. You know what I'm saying? The wilderness was destroying those Edomites. You know, but the animals were all in tune with the people of that land, man. Just like the Native American Indians, when they were here, the Europeans didn't know how to live here, man. They had to learn and be taught by the Native American Indians on how to grow crops, to where to separate their doo-doo and their piss away from where they live, because they were killing themselves, making themselves sick. They didn't know how to hunt, you know. And that's what it means when it says, "For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field, and the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee." Because Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to make everything perfect in that time for us, to keep us safe when that Third World War is in place here in America and throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Only the elect are going to be able to escape the said perils. And the rest of you are going to die out here, man. Via cannibalism, through being destroyed by animals. You're going to die by sickness. That's why it's very vital to take hold of this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Because everything else out here is detrimental to your life. says, and thou shalt know that thy tabernacle shall be in peace. Then you're going to know that Yahweh Shai is with you, man. Because Yahweh Shai is about peace. He's about safety. You know? Not saying you might feel certain emotions and things of that nature, but you're going to see the power and the working of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that's going to be helping you escape out of these certain situations. Just like the apostles. Like Paul. Paul even said that he will glorify in his what? In his infirmities, man. But yet he knew that he was being guided and delivered by the hand and the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai out of every situation. But though he glorified in his infirmities, meaning that he was under distress. He was under distress. He was under certain persecutions through certain emotions, but he knew at the end it was Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai that delivered him out of those situations, man. That's how it's going to be for the elect in the time of desolation and great anguish that's going to be upon this land, man. All right. It says, thou shalt know also that thy seed shall be great, and thy offspring as the grass of the earth. That's right. We're going to know that. We know it now, whoever the elect is, but we're going to know it for sure when we're in the kingdom. That our seed is going to continue to prosper and grow and be as the sand of the sea and the stars of the heaven. You know, it's an innumerable, man, an innumerable amount of children that the elect are going to be blessed to have, man. Not like here, man. You have a one child, it might become a stillborn. Nothing's ever sure, man. But in the kingdom, we're going to have that. We're going to have that blessing, that guarantee that we're going to have life prosperous. Our posterity is going to receive the blessings, man. Not in this side, not in America. You're not sure if you're going to live around to see the other side of that street, man. Or once you walk around the other corner, you don't know what lays in front of you, man. This place is destruction. This place is set up to destroy you, man. All right, and there's many scriptures to back that up. Yahweh Shai says, "Walk ye in the straight gate, man. For many walk through the broad and wide gate. They basically lead it to destruction, man. But to take the straight gate, which is narrow, which lead it into eternal life. And the word straight goes back to the word of difficulty. All right, to go into difficult situations. But you had to go through difficult situations to be worthy of inheriting the kingdom, man. Because it tells you that in the book of Acts. To confirm the souls, that much tribulation. You have to. That's how you're going to inherit the kingdom, man. Confirming the souls. So we have to confirm you and persuade you that you have to be ready and mindful of that. It says, "Thou shalt come to thy grave in a full age, like as a stalk of corn cometh in his season. Lo, this we have searched it, so it is. Hear it and know thou it for thy good." You see, so it's for our good, man. It's not for our destruction, to fear us, to make us run from Yahweh Shai. It's to bring us to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, because the ones that should be hastening